In another
Yeah.
life, if I ever take an orchestra audition, I will definitely have that in my mind. Actually, when you're playing, I don't know, there's some excerpts that are really, famous, like the Schumann for the violin, or like,
Yes.
are you supposed to sound like you're playing in the section, or are you supposed to sound like the section?
It depends on which passages.
Exactly. I mean, for you as a flute player, Jasmine, you know exactly. It's a very. It depends, But
Right,
this.
it really depends. The other thing, it's actually really challenging for preparing for orchestral audition, is that when you were in the orchestra playing that exact excerpt or that piece, you're with the whole orchestra. But for the audition, you're all by yourself and you have to use your own imagination, what's happening. And it's actually so much harder to play all by yourself correctly. And, when you're in the orchestra, there's a conductor, showing beats for you, and there are all your other colleagues playing with you. In the audition, this situation itself is so terrifying to begin with. But then you have to really show them that you're so steady with the tempo and you know the style, and just by yourself, and imagining what will happen in the actual performance and audition. So that requires, I think, another sort of skill.
I was about to ask, how do you even know what tempo to take? Because I've heard, any symphony played a million different ways. You look at the timing of the tracks, right? They could be like, by minutes off. So how do you, do you have to do research for the orchestra?
Right. I mean, that's actually a very, very good question. And really well-known symphonies, there are, like you said, thousands of examples and recordings. And I would say, it has a range, big range or small range, but it has a range, and make sure you're not out of that range of thousands of what's normally being played. But once you pick that tempo, for example, you have to be as convincing as possible. Not like in the way that, I'm not sure if they would like my tempo, Be yourself, and this is my music, this is how I interpret it, I prepared. Until when somebody over there would say, can you play this excerpt a little slower, a little faster? So that's when you can show your flexibility.